Are you thinking about moving to Needham, Massachusetts? Are you looking in a budget of somewhere between 1.2 million and 1.5 million? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some active listings and some recent sales as of June of 2024. So I hope this will give you some idea of what to expect in this super hot market of Needham, Mass. I'll also share my thoughts on some benefits of some of these homes, what things I like or may not like so much about the locations, and I will share what I think is the best buy, so stay tuned till the end. I'm Jane, I'm a realtor based in Wellesley, Massachusetts, and my channel is all about helping people relocate to the greater Boston Metro West area. Just today, I got a great call from someone who's relocating from a major Midwest city that is specifically interested in Needham. So maybe this video will help that family too. And remember to subscribe, because each week I put out a different video about a different community, highlighting a different price point. And my next video is going to be a 6-month review of what's happening in the market. Not much of a shock. It's been consistently super hot here in Greater Boston, but just this week, we've seen inventory numbers go up, and so that should help. But unfortunately, not for you today in Needham, so here's why. Before we dive into some specific listings, I want to give you a brief snapshot of what the Needham, Mass real estate market looks like. So right now, as of June 2024, the median list price is $2 million. That's about $481 a square foot, but the median sold price is about $1.8 million. But still, these are very high numbers. I got these numbers from realtor.com. So the reason I like to highlight what's on between 1.2 and 1.5 is that I have found that people reaching out to me on my YouTube channel tend to be interested in that price more widely, from $1 million to 1.5, and of course higher and of course lower, but this seems to be the sweet spot. So I want to make sure I keep giving you the information that's helpful to you. So let's dive in, and we're going to start with an active listing that is listed by my friend Jared Wilk at Compass at 521 Chestnut Street. 521 Chestnut Street is a adorable cape with 3 beds and 2 full baths. It's about 2,000 square feet on a teeny little lot, about 7,400 square feet. It's nicely updated, but what I love about it is it's, I have walk to town disease, I call it. It's super convenient. You can walk to the center of town, and Needham has great restaurants. There's a train station there that takes you on the commuter rail to Boston. There is a fantastic hospital associated with Beth Israel. And fun fact, my niece is an emergency room nurse there. So if you have an emergency, which I hope you don't, we got you covered. And I thought it'd be fun to show you some pictures and give you some idea of what you get. Now, for this small a lot, to have a detached 2-car garage is great, but however, you're not going to have a lot of yard. And then in the back, you have this amazing pool, so you pretty much don't have any lawn in the back. So for someone who doesn't want to cut their grass, this is great news. But it has an ample patio, which is really nice for summer fun. And one thing I really like about this house is the tasteful colors and the update, and you've got that character of a 1940s cape that they've saved. I'm going to share a couple pictures to give you an idea of the floor plan, which is classic quintessential cape. Beautiful kitchen, stainless appliances, looks like quartzite countertops with a nice freshly painted cabinets, and I love the beadboard on the ceiling. Gives it that quaint cottagey feeling that we're known for in New England. And typical of a cape is a wood-burning fireplace and they painted all this red brick white, but that's definitely original. And then I bet this was, originally this was a screened porch that once upon a time someone enclosed to use as an office. So you'll see that a lot in this area, that we want to maximize every inch on these smaller homes, and this is a great use of space and easy to do. But see, I can tell it's exterior because of the way the ceiling is, the way you can see the siding. So, but they put in real windows and it looks 4-season. So a great place to be working from home. A cape typically has a full bath on the first floor and either a half or a full if it's been expanded on the second floor. This bathroom has beautiful tile, like that granite look, sleek and clean. And you can see you're upstairs in a bedroom from the slanted ceilings. Because you may remember, or if you've heard me talk about this in other videos, capes are like a 1.5 story. So the ceilings actually slant into the roof upstairs. Here's another bedroom. Now we're in the basement. So the lower level has carpet and a great play area. This house is done. So there's nothing to do but move in. It's still time to jump in the pool in the summer of 2024. And this is listed for $1,295. So the reason I think it's sitting in this super hot market, because it's a busier road with a very small yard. And I just think there's a smaller buyer pool for that type of house. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a slight price reduction this week. But right now, this is the only active listing between 1.2 and 1.5 million, which is kind of remarkable. I know in other parts of the country, we're hearing about the market softening a bit. We have seen even here in June, more listings come on. Sometimes you get the most listings coming on in March or April. This year, it has turned out to be like late May and June, giving buyers some options, which is great for my buyers. And I can't say that it's a softening of the market or a pause, but we had a little bit of a lull the week of Father's Day and the week prior, which was a lot of graduations. So that is, in my opinion, why you're seeing Chestnut Street still there. So now we're going to look at two homes that sold already. So this one is a ranch style home on Smith Street, which is almost twice as big as the last lot. And it was on the market for $1,195 and it sold for $1.4 million. And it came on the market May 7th and it went under agreement May 12th. So it didn't take long. This is also a walk to town location. So there's about 1,600 square feet above grade, plus half of that or a third of that is finished basement. But this is really easy living. And we don't have enough of these because we don't have enough places for people to downsize and have one floor living in Greater Boston, or it's really hard for people who are trying to get out of the big house and find. This would be great for someone who's an empty nester, wants to age in place, or even a young family if you don't want to run upstairs to get the baby. It's got a 2-car attached garage and you can still walk to town. It's a different angle from the last one and really good space. I love the kitchen with this classic white subway tile. This is very New Englandy to me. Another view of the kitchen, which has a nice peninsula with an extended countertop for dining right here. I guarantee there was an extra wall here and someone had the idea of taking it down because that was probably the corner cabinet in the dining room. But this is how we live, and what people really respond to is this open concept, nice living room. And again, this is showing beautifully, no clutter, nice neutral walls. I mean, this is very appealing. So no surprise, it hopped right off the market the very first week. Here's bedroom 1. So something I will point out to my buyers, you might see this even in much higher priced homes. A lot of times you don't see any ceiling lights. And this one doesn't even have an overhead light. So the switch probably just goes to the lamp. So one of the easiest improvements you can make for very short money is to add recessed lights. And I have an electrician that can pop those in for you. And it's a couple $100 a can. If you had $1,500 to spend, you could maybe get a whole large bedroom lit up. And it does make a really big difference in your quality of life. Here's a really nice, tastefully updated bathroom and a nice finished basement. So they did a great job preparing this for sale. Nothing to do here but move in. Oh, and they put in a really nice barn door to separate the exercise room. There's the fireplace no one ever uses. Okay, so here's the playroom, and you can see that's where the exercise room is, and they put in this fabulous barn door so you can close off the exercise space for whichever side you're using. And that is a nice current decorating thing that really gives it some punch. I love that. Here is an extension of the house with like a 3-season porch with carpet and a really sweet yard. So again, you can walk to town. You're on a little quiet street. You got nice neighbors. You got neighbors nearby, but you have a fenced yard, but definitely nice and level and room to play. So the next house we're going to talk about is 138 Highgate. This was listed for $1,224 and it sold $100,000 over asking at $1,324. This was listed in January 22nd, and it was marked contingent on the 25th. And because it went a whole $100,000 over asking, I'm guessing there were multiple offers. And a lot of times buyers are ready to buy in January before sellers are ready to put their homes on the market. So sometimes you see higher prices earlier in the quote unquote spring market, which to us starts in January. Sometimes to be a seller, the best time to list is actually January or February, unless we have a lot of snow. And sometimes for buyers, if they can wait till April or May, they might see more options. But every year is a little bit different, and we never know the peak of the market until after it happened. So this is a kind of a cape that's been added on to. So as you can see, it looks quite small from the front, but it's deceptive because look how big it looks in the back. This is what we call a dormer. So the original house sloped down like this. So once upon a time, they extended the back roof to give you full height upstairs. So I hope that makes sense. Kitchen has nice wood cabinets, darker countertops. It's a very pretty house with nice big windows, tasteful wood finishes. I like the transom window up over the TV to bring in light but give you privacy. So we are in the Birds Hill neighborhood, which is very popular. It's got a couple little parks nearby. It's a little web of streets on a hill. So there's lots of people out and about, lots of places to walk your dog, near a public school. So it's very convenient. It's not quite as roll to Starbucks as the other homes I showed you, but still very close to town. So super convenient to that and also to Route 95. There's also the Hersey train station on the commuter rail is one of the Needham train stations, and you can definitely walk to Hersey from here. I love this tastefully updated bath too. So we are seeing more wood tones. We've talked about that in other videos, and it's kind of welcome to see these more neutral woods coming back. And that's the basement. Oh, look, nice recessed lights. And, high enough so you can get on your exercise bike or your Stairmaster. Plenty of headroom if you want to get on your elliptical. Unless you're 6'5", maybe that's not going to work. So if you were thinking about moving to Needham, Massachusetts, or any of our surrounding towns, please reach out, as I would be delighted to help you. I have lots of videos featuring different towns, so check them out. And I cover different price points, and we'll give you a little market update. So stick around, make sure you subscribe, because my next video, we're going to be looking at some recent sales in Natick, and I will see you in the next video.